everybody.
Guess what?
We're doing the last one.
It's the final, probably, BlazBlue. There's a space in the middle here.
The space makes me really concerned.
I don't think there's a secret unlockable character.
Welcome to Sunday, welcome to Character Snark, welcome to BlazBlue Calamity Trigger, and welcome to the story select version of New 13.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
We're gonna just get in?
Yeah, I guess
let's just get right in.
Sure.
What we know about New is...
nothing.
She wants to kill or be or kiss Ragna?
Yeah?
I slowly open my eyes. Azure?
Azure.
I mean, it is pretty blue wherever the fuck she is.
Yeah, she could just see Azure.
Its brilliant blue glow is all I can see. Ever since I woke up, floating, wavering. This Azure is the only world I know. Azure. We can't do that every time.
We can't.
I mean, we can try. I feel like someone is calling me again. When I respond, a spear of silver light pierces this blue world. I reach towards it. The light is bright, warm, and cold all at the same time. My body is gently beckoned. That sounds kind of gross.
Yeah, a lot of this is kind of confusing, but I sort of get what's up.
Waves of light wash across my back. The world is white, all white, as far as the eye can see.
I'm trying to figure out if she's being pulled out of the cauldron or like what's going on.
Yeah, like is this just what it looks like in there?
Maybe. Or at least in her part of it or something.
Yeah, it's confusing what even... Is the sword part of the cauldron? I don't even know. But there is something in the distance. I squint against the light. And then this stuff. I can see a shadow in the distance.
Is that Noelle?
Who is it? I mean, that's been the question for a while. They're fuzzy. I can't make out any details. I reach out and my arm gets caught in a string made of light. I struggle, but I only get more tangled in the strings of light. The light is fading into the distance. So is the strange person. I fall into the blue. She doesn't start shouting at it.
She's drowning.
Like I'm drowning. Splish, splash, really? Like
she was taking a bath.
She is, I guess.
In the Azure.
Why?
What's actually going on here?
It was just a premonition, a selfish desire. An endless ring of fate.
I'm right here.
Oh, are we switching into that voice? I just kind of assumed.
I don't know.
I just kind of assumed we were doing person voice and not robot voice.
Unless Ragna is there, that is always her voice, even when she's talking to herself. That's my assumption, anyway.
Yeah, like, why are you here? Why are you in the middle of town, just out and about, like you're not a robot?
Gotta get groceries.
Robot groceries. What?
Yeah.
What is it? My senses.
You just woke... This is probably a dream. This is probably just...
Be. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Excuse me.
Oh, boy. First thing, huh?
Yep.
Had to hear.
Have you seen my sister?
She's tall and blank and made of metal.
Unknown.
I'm still not convinced that Carl's not somehow related to the other, like, weird, creepy children.
Potentially.
Is that
Wait,
so?
which creepy children?
Half of the characters in this game.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Seems like she got lost.
It would seem that way, Carl.
Eyes, hair, and face look a lot like mine. So,
oh my god.
See her, please let me know.
She's a robot, Carl.
Carl doesn't differentiate well between humans and robots. It's
like, we know he
it's just
knows,
kind of his
right?
problem, you know?
Like, we established that he knows.
No, he doesn't know.
Her hair and I... Okay, so you're just trying to describe a generic blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pale human, right? That's the worst way to describe her. He bows to me. I can't do robot voice. I'm laughing at Carl too
I'm
much.
sorry to bother
That's
you.
fine.
If you'll excuse me.
Just leave, Carl. We'll kill you next time.
Complete.
Searching complete. Is she helping him find his sister?
There you are.
If this is a
Oh.
dream world, she could just pull things up, I guess.
Is she
You
just
disappeared when I was
she's
looking the
being
other way.
nice?
I was so worried, you know?
I guess.
Come on, let's go home.
Normally she analyzes everything and everything's a threat, so, like, she looks at Carl without Nirvana's like, that's a literal nothing, baby.
I guess.
Is that it?
Oh, she smirked.
Did she?
Yeah, she made a little smile right at the very end and then it
Mm.
faded.
Okay, now do we have to kill you?
I don't know.
Situation unknown.
Now she's
There's a lot
doing
of potential weird things
It's
going
the
on
Azure,
here.
sis.
it. Oh. Oh, what?
Okay.
Um,
So Carl knows what's up?
wait, so Carl came up to us like, do you know where my sister is? Find her. And then he comes up and is like, actually, we were looking for you.
This is only
I
a fragment
guess.
of the Azure. So we should be
he shouldn't-
okay.
He shouldn't know this, should
Azure.
he?
So we're just a fragment of
I know
new?
of it. Where
Uh,
new was.
New? Are you talking about yourself?
She's new
How should we
12.
take the Azure? Can we just sever it?
You know what? She could be new 12.
Or do we smash it?
Uh,
Milk it out, perhaps?
Wait, what is...
Guess we'll find out when
Oh,
we
okay, so he's just
dissect
talking about,
it.
like, beating the hell out of her and then taking the
Don't-
Azure from her.
Don't milk anyone ever in your entire... I don't even want to see you touch a cow. You go home, Carl.
Turns out it's liver juice.
Ah! That's worse. Probably.
Well, you did describe dissecting her, so I don't know. Beat Carl, by the
Yeah.
way. So there's... New has 2 endings, and both of them require you to beat Carl, so don't worry about ever losing to him.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, I'm fighting
Yeah,
because
Megan's
Josh
using...
doesn't remember how to use new. I don't really either, but that's fine. Like, I remember enough of the basics of her.
I think that's kind of how we did it when we were doing the arcade mode, too, was I wound up with Hakumen and you wound
Yeah.
up with New.
Because I really can't figure out his counters and stuff.
Yeah, it's actually not that hard once you get the hang of it. I don't think I even did it all that much when we did the story mode for him, though.
Yeah, like
This-
I'm
this is
getting
always
used to
an
what
easy
what you
fight.
do with. I forgot that it was like a quarter circle and something for her
Yeah.
weird black hole.
Yeah, but you just beat up the shit kid, there you go.
Well, he deserves it, and he always deserves it.
To the construction data.
Huh.
Construction data.
So just excising. Oh, just
Oh,
her,
just-
huh?
And then she laughs about it.
Sis?
That's a little
That's
more
that's
unsettling.
more
It's telling,
unsettling
too.
than a lot of things.
Yeah, if she shows any emotion, it's like, oh, plot here. Should I just save over this if there's no?
Yeah, save over hero. Not
Okay.
Carl. Yeah, just
Even
make
though
it-
there's
make a
no
good
option
Trust me,
for.
trust me.
Okay.
Where am I?
Is she just shifting between these as
I
a
guess.
weird teleport?
You gonna read?
I don't recognize this place. The boy and his machine are gone. I don't like using that voice.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah. There is someone else here. He is looking at me.
Ah, there you are. Why the worried face?
Who?
Uh-oh.
Were you getting lonely?
Oh,
Lost all by
God.
yourself?
Oh,
I guess
this
some things just
really?
never change.
This soon?
I guess.
Why? I
He's
didn't
so
even.
nice.
I didn't even recognize his voice because he was being nice.
Yeah, we've never heard Jean not be Jin. We've never heard him nice. It's creepy.
I was like, oh, a new character? Like, legit. I was like, not sure.
Cruel Jin is like baseline Jin, so when he's nice, it's like, oh.
Like, did someone tranquilize him? I feel
Gross.
something deep in my heart. And he's also not shouting, I don't like your face, you took her face, or whatever the fuck. In my chest, someone in my memory.
Your face looks a little pale. Are you sure you're all right?
I think I might get what's going on here. Depending on what continues with this, I might have something to say about this.
Yeah, like either he thinks she's Noelle, or she thinks she's Noelle, or something.
She answered in a normal person voice.
Yeah, she doesn't do that for anyone but
My
Ragnar.
brother saw that face. I'm sure he'd be worried too.
There it is.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's probably sweeping. The
I'm
hills
sure that's
looking
just
for you right now.
translated weird, in that it would have been like an actual term that makes sense to say in Japanese. Like it would have been like aniki or something. Because who calls their siblings like brother?
Yeah.
When you're not like angry at them in like a dramatic way.
Nearby. Searching for new?
Well, she still thinks of herself as new, I think.
Sort of.
New?
Nah.
That's not the person brother's looking for.
Okay, the grammar here is starting to look less like a real
Brother is-
conversation.
Yeah.
So this is clearly her piecing memories together.
Something like that.
And this is probably the last time he killed her. Which was like 4 times.
Potentially, anyway.
Or is this the 4th? I don't remember. Ragnar remembers.
Later.
Is that what happens when he
The
does
world will never accept you.
Oh, okay. She's... This has gotta be just her,
Yeah,
like,
I think
sorting
this is
through shit.
her internalized stuff. What I was gonna guess, though, is that this is like... I'm gonna take a guess and say that the reveal is that she is tangentially connected to Noelle.
Yeah.
And that anything Noelle experiences, she experiences as well, but it's kept in like a brain heart. And,
Okay.
and as she's living in the cauldron, she's running through some of this stuff. So she's getting pieces and fragments of Noelle's stuff going, and then immediately switching over because it's recognizing, oh wait, this isn't Noelle. I'm not Noelle, I'm new. And these characters wouldn't enjoy new.
I think it just is Noelle. Like,
I mean, that could be it too.
I mean, they dipped her in robot juice and she came up with her hair color
I don't
change.
have any explanation for what the fuck new actually is.
Yeah, I don't
so,
know for sure.
I don't know.
Have we seen this alarmed Jean face before?
Yeah, we've seen it before.
Okay, because like it's been a while since we've done his
Yeah.
stuff, and I don't remember him having like this weird surprise instead of just being
he does.
angry.
He does.
Resolution.
Also, Brainheart? Is that a thing you
Brainheart,
said?
You know, Brainheart.
Do you mean a soul?
No, when you keep
didn't
things in your brain
understand.
heart.
Yeah, your soul.
No, like memories,
Shut up!
but nice
You're
ones
an
that you
eyesore.
enjoy.
Eyesore!
So just
Your brain
brain. Okay, now this is normal Jean. My body twitches. I feel emotions taking over. They feel foreign.
Help me.
Aw.
Don't take my brother away from me!
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yeah, a little bit.
Normally, he's all for taking and killing and being weird with Ragnar.
Well, he wants to be the one who kills Ragnar, so how dare you take him away from me?
But on the context
I was gonna
of,
take
like,
him away from me, you know?
But like, I don't know. There's still pieces to this. Like, is this like a sibling jealousy? Like he thought
I'm
that
not
the
even
sister
sure
would have
anymore.
been like taking the attention, which makes too much sense. Honestly,
I guess.
the idea of Jean having normal human emotions in a normal family structure is a little bit far-fetched. And I'm just beating him, right?
Yeah, you have to beat him.
If I can.
You have one of two options, and it depends on what you feel like doing first. You can either beat him normal, or you can beat him with a special move and then get it's a different ending. He's where the ending splits.
How many endings do we
Two.
get? Really?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not good enough at new for this yet.
Kill him with a special.
Wow, it worked.
Yeah.
I didn't think that
So-
would be enough damage.
So now we are on the true end.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's how that works.
This is
And that
also
destruction juice.
destiny.
Yeah. Destruction, justice.
I'm just going to get that one Firefox extension where you can just make your own word filters and just filter justice to juice in all situations now.
That just sounds dumb, but alright.
So anytime Tumblr starts telling me about like Supreme Court juices, I can just sort of like laugh.
Yeah, alright. Your entire life is a fabrication.
Wow.
Vacation?
I should start shouting that at people in real
You
life.
shouldn't. Don't do that.
No one will know what the fuck I mean.
You know, they might assume what you mean.
What would they assume?
I know.
That I'm
it's
being a
different for
weirdo
every
and
person,
leave?
I'm sure. I don't know.
Oh, that's a target successfully terminated, right?
He just kind of vanished. So, like,
Yeah, this is.
yeah, I think that's what's
We're
up
just
here.
sleeping in
So
her
save
edge.
next one.
Brain heart. Whatever.
Yeah, we're sleeping in a brain heart.
I'm just gonna assume that's another word for Hakumen's the edge, because it seems to be ego and memory related.
Yeah.
I slowly open my eyes. Oh, this is a new background.
Yes, it is.
I'm floating.
It's looks like someone's like desktop wallpaper.
It does. In the warm azure, watching a dream.
My ass.
Hi! We've been thinking of you.
There it is.
Come on.
Another girl to pine after our Kune.
A black haze is spreading through my world. Is it someone's memory? Or consciousness? It wouldn't surprise me if some part of Arakune's brain was permanently stuck in here. It would kind of explain the weird way he talks.
I kind of question if he can't just move back and forth through this.
Possible, yeah. Where did this shadow come from? I can't tell. It's open and close. Close and far away. This place must be closed off until it's time. Since when? Why am I here? I wish that there was a ending for New just sort of giving up to Arakune and
Yeah, here you
Arakune
go.
winning just
Arakune
everything.
just eats the
he just gets
azure.
all the azure he
He's
could ever
good.
want.
Don't worry about it.
Turns giant and stomps around.
Do you think he collects blue things?
Oh, I hope so.
Like a bird?
That is
One of those birds making a nest but in the sewer with all the mice?
that's canon now as far as I'm
There's
concerned.
bugs. Lots of bugs.
The world is in disarray.
She said
Oh,
that,
okay.
by the way.
You distracted me with
Sorry.
your amazing bird head
Yeah,
cannon.
don't worry. He is full of bugs. He
is.
does fly.
He is. He can turn into a bird for some of his stuff too.
I mean,
Sort of.
kind of.
Sort
I
of.
think it's like a flying bug. I don't think it's
It's-
actually supposed to be a bird, is it?
I don't know. I mean, we'll probably see it in this next fight.
mean, yeah.
Identification complete.
How did you identify this thing?
Wait for let me.
Oh, we're in the cauldron now. This is weird.
Maybe we were never not in the cauldron?
I mean, it's new, so yes, she's in the cauldron.
I guess. So beat him up.
Eh. Let's
Be a
see.
bug.
So, like, his aerial moves are he turns
His
into a
aerial
weird
moves.
puddle bird.
I don't know how often the computer is going to be doing it.
We'll see. I do it like all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, but when you do it a lot.
Okay, he's not doing it.
Yeah, not the one where he turns into a bird anyway. He's trying to throw grabs out though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Open the rift. Systems activated.
He's doing a lot of stuff in the corners that, like, I know he's trying to set up some traps because he did the one in the air and just tried to hold on until you walked into it. But like, he's really trying to set shit up and he is not having a good day. He got you there.
Not for very long.
Yeah, no. His curse doesn't last that long anyway.
It it lasts for a while. It is...
Not if you're new, it doesn't.
Yeah, no,
Because she's all long range, and all you have to do to dispel it is hit the dude. So it's like, eh.
I need to pay a little more attention.
He is doing his crocodile thing a lot, though.
Yeah, which I usually forget which direction that's going to launch in, so I don't use it that much.
Yeah, fair enough. It doesn't matter if you kill him with a special, I don't think, by the way.
I just want to kill him.
She has like a 2-foot space right in front of her where you can't hit them with specific attacks. So you keep hitting him with, or trying to hit him with some of yours, and you're like missing him by inches.
Why does the camera follow him when he goes up there?
I don't know. That's a confusing situation.
Well, he's dead.
That's weird. Yeah, I've never noticed that.
Deactivating.
I don't know. I mean, I know that I'm playing as a boss character, so like it almost makes sense on a
meta level. Maybe it wants to default to like the character that would have normally been a player character.
Yeah, like
Arakune
is not really a protagonist either.
Maybe it's because Arakune has so much aerial stuff, the camera just immediately assumes that if somebody in Arakune jumps into the air, you need to follow Arakune.
Yeah, maybe.
Just to make sure that you know what's going on.
Maybe.
It's weird though. You're right.
All he wants is a little bit of Azure.
All he wants is some of that Azure blood.
I'm gonna just...
That's what he was screaming, was he wants the blood of the Azure.
I would just bring him some blue crayons and feed them to him, see if that's okay.
So he likes the Azure, he's drawn to the Azure, but if he's talking about wanting the Azure blood, they were calling New the Azure. So I think even though he's like constantly hunting Ragna, I think he might like maybe his intent is to actually hunt New and he doesn't realize it.
Yeah, well,
or something weird
Ragna
like that.
has the Azure Grimoire, which we think is his robot arm, but I'm still not sure.
We're still unsure.
Or his sword.
It's not explained well enough.
Yeah, but New is the Azure? Okay. Like,
well, I think the Azure is a place and New is a part of it.
Which is kind of not the boundary or the edge.
It's the other place.
Yeah,
the staircase that Rachel climbs.
Oh yeah, this weird... I just assume this is timeline bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's like a physical staircase though.
Yeah.
We've seen her climb it
Yeah.
before.
A lonely, cold place.
I thought it was a metaphor for a while. And then you see like...
she just goes up the timeline stairs.
I guess.
Here I am again.
Yeah, there we go.
She really likes being the audience on these stairs.
I guess.
I am Rachel Alucard.
Why does she pronounce it that way?
Alucard.
Does anyone pronounce
Actually,
it that way?
I think canonically, most variations of Alucards pronounce it that way.
Really?
Which is weird.
I just assumed it would take the same intonation as Dracula. You just put it all on that first syllable.
Except Dracula isn't actually pronounced that way. It's Dracula. So it turns into Alucard. And it's like, yeah,
it's Dracula.
It kind of works. Yeah, see, that's the problem, though, is that you're pronouncing it just flat out because it's
well, if we want to be completely accurate, every Dracula that people refer to as Dracula is based off of the Bram Stoker novel, not the actual guy from wherever.
I'm aware.
So, like, it should be with, like, an old-timey English accent, which I refuse to do.
Yeah.
So you forgot.
So I'm just going to say it's Dracula.
You've forgotten it all. All your wandering.
Is this what Rachel meant when she told Hakumen that she found the doll, like, chasing rainbows at the boundary?
Maybe? I don't know. It's still a really cool phrase to use, but at the same time, I still have no idea what the fuck it's supposed to be.
Well, she's not literally chasing rainbows, but she was like chasing weird memories in Ragna.
Oh, that's an interesting line. If the lead has forgotten her lines, the result can't possibly be very entertaining.
That's actually a really good bit of exposition that she considers New to be the lead, which is
New's the main character,
which is interesting because I don't think she ever referred to Ragna or Jin/Hakumen that way.
She called them the hero, Jin/Hakumen.
Okay, but that's also kind of a thing that he's called in, not this place. He's the hero of the war.
Yeah.
As opposed to the lead. I feel like that means something here. But, I
The
guess
fighter.
here it just means, like, oh, you're fucking up, time to reset you.
Well, I don't think she has any control over resetting anything. I think
But
it's
she's
just
gonna kick our ass.
She's unlimited, by the way.
That's fine.
I don't think she has the power to reset anything. I think she just happens to exist and the resets happen.
Yeah, but then why would she fight us?
I don't know, maybe she's hoping to remind us.
You'd think that this would be where a branch happens.
Nah. This is just a fight with Rachel. That's how this always is with Rachel. It's just a fight with Rachel.
Yeah.
She doesn't change anything ever.
I guess that's by design.
Yeah. Well, specifically,
fuck, it's
her
George.
entire thing is like, oh, well, I don't have the power to change things. I don't want to change things.
I'm not gonna win this.
Well, I believe in you. It's my belief that you can take and make your power.
Oh, I did it. Thank you for believing in me.
You're welcome. I believed in you even when you didn't believe in yourself.
That sword finish thing is really easy to miss with, but when you hit, you hit.
Yeah, you do.
Oof. And the AI doesn't seem to dodge it.
Yeah, I think that's the second time you've done that, too.
Yes, it is.
I don't understand.
She just leaves.
It's okay, New. Neither do we.
No one understands. Oh, she's still here.
All too soon, I fear it will be over.
Rachel's like, yeah, well, everything's ending anyway, so just do whatever the fuck you want, I guess.
It's like, I didn't even want to win. Bye.
It doesn't matter if I win or lose. Everything's ending anyway.
World
I won, but I'm confused,
This
so
is a
I'm gonna
blue
get
world?
naked.
blue.
This is a naked world.
A deep
I don't know if she ever wore clothes, to be honest.
I,
world.
does she not?
Is that not... Maybe that's just her body. I don't know.
SpongeBob doesn't have hair, or does he?
Yeah.
At all.
He does, by the way. He's got his eyelashes.
Okay. I'm sure you've had to deal with that question before. I call his name, but the air absorbs my voice. The world stays blue. This is white.
Tears. It
Well, her
hurts.
world is blue.
My chest.
It is
It
now.
hurts. It's so cramped. This place
What-
isn't warm.
Was the
at all.
other place warm? All your blue spinning anime
I don't
rooms
know.
were
Maybe.
warm?
Yeah.
No.
And it's
Okay.
cold here in the light.
To clear, why is Ragnar always the favorite brother?
Because he's the more anime protagonist.
Is that?
I mean, I know
Aw, she's
like-
thinking of Noelle now.
if I had two older brothers and one was Ragnar and one was Jean, I would also ignore Jean. But-
He's afraid of the moon.
I mean, I'd hold that against him at every possible
Yeah.
opportunity, but, like, I don't know, like, within this, like, why the fixation on Ragnar specifically?
Mm-hmm.
I'm right.
It's weird.
here.
Please find me.
Is that it?
Stories, wish, end. So that's the end of the true ending. Oh,
Oh,
God.
fuck.
So there's...
Look, we can't do that yet,
no,
right? Because
not
that's
yet,
58.
not yet. Yeah. So we still have one more ending to do on New, which will be in load. Not,
Oh, right, it's
But
the
yes,
shoulder button.
we just got the one in the center. Yeah, there's a true end story mode.
Versus Jean? We're
Yeah,
just going
versus
back to that?
Jean. We should have done this the other way.
Well, I had to
I
win
know,
somehow
I
because
know.
there was
Just
no lose.
Skim through it, doesn't
yeah,
matter. Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. Keep
Yeah,
going.
we don't need to fixate on nice Jean for like a whole 2 lines of
no,
dialogue.
we don't. And you can mash through this too. I don't know if you remember.
All right.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fate is turning. Rebel.
So this time beat him without making it a distortion finish.
Well, I've got a little more practice now, so let's see if I can.
You can use it beforehand, by the way, if you get the bar enough for it. Like if your meter goes up enough. But don't kill him with it, basically.
I need to stop doing the field deploy on accident.
Yeah, that one, I think depending on the button that you use to pull it out, it'll be close, medium, or long range. I
Yeah.
think that's a really interesting concept.
There's a few things that work that way in here.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept, but I feel like with new, it just feels strange more often than not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You have enough to hit him.
Nice. But it's not
Yeah, it
enough.
wasn't enough to kill him, though.
But I could... Fuck.
Oh, God.
Well, we'll get the lose message.
If you lose, I believe in you, though. I believe
I don't
you
know if I can
it.
do this without using a distortion.
I believe in you.
Fuck.
Oh, no. Okay.
I almost did it. Well, we'll get the lose stuff.
Yeah.
You got your ass beat by Jin, and all you can say is
Yeah.
right.
Dare say that name,
Yeah.
you worthless scum. Scum! How dare you!
Ani-chan likes me best. Joke's on both of you. He hates you both.
You're never gonna touch my brother!
This would almost be like, oh man, he really cares about his brother if we didn't know that he already wants to murder his brother.
Yeah, and I would rather not touch all the weird potential Freudian
sure,
garbage
sure.
going on.
So go back into load. We gotta do this again.
Yeah. And if I don't get it on this, we'll just do a cut, but I can probably do
Yeah,
it.
fair enough.
So I'm assuming that the branches, like this one will end with Ragna, because we didn't see him.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't see him in the true ending, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the true ending really would be like a resolution of the thing instead of just her dying to him again.
Yeah. So I'm starting to realize, by the way, why it is that they must call them the true ends. Because we didn't get that, the actual, like, the one at the base, the true end, big old air quotes is what it said. We didn't get that until we had beaten her true end. We didn't have to beat her normal ending.
Yeah. Says
what
that
I-
it gave us the information we need. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so what I think it actually is that every character has a certain number of endings. So for new, it's 2 endings. Or for, the characters who had a true ending and 3 normals, it's 4 endings. And they're called true endings because if you unlock every true ending, you get that thing at the bottom. I don't think it's necessary to actually get every ending for
Okay.
those things.
I mean, there are some endings that are definitely not necessary.
Yeah,
like any of the jokes.
Yeah,
Like
so-
Golden Tiger.
Destruction Justice.
You mean Destruction Juice.
Yeah.
This is essentially the same so
It's
far.
the same dialogue so far, yeah.
Yeah, it could change and we wouldn't know, though.
I guess. No, and then he just vanishes. And then she goes, oh, did I kill him?
Target successfully terminated,
Yeah.
right?
Right? Like, there we go. So save over Faith.
Okay.
I know this place.
Huh. We skipped Arakune.
Yeah, so this is different.
Outside the cauldron, where I always wake up, there is someone I don't know.
Is it Arakune?
Arakune just sidles in from the side. It's like, hi, I'm still here.
Cowboy walks in off screen.
Oh, okay. This is what's happening.
Processing.
It's just Noelle saying it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no robot to her voice.
Yeah, but like we've kind of had this happen before as Noelle coming in, right? It was in Noelle's storyline.
It was when we came in as Noelle and met New. This exact thing happened.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, and there was the whole shit where her guns kind of like do the fighting for her and she doesn't remember anything ever.
Yeah, you can't get the two of them close to each other else they both go robot.
Yeah. And then
I can't hear you. What are
in
you
one of
saying?
Ragna's endings, New turned into Ragna.
Ragna.
So does she think she's seeing him when she's seeing Noelle?
Don't know. I have no idea what's going on with
That
those.
hurts.
Oh, she's just remembering Ragna beating her up at
While
some point.
standing there next to Noelle and neither of them is doing anything?
While standing there in grayscale doing nothing at all.
Or is New disguised as Ragna and hurting Noelle?
I
You want to
I don't know what's going on at all.
I don't think anyone involved knows what's going on right now.
Activate termination protocol.
Do you notice that news title for her name turned into question marks and Noelle's is active?
Huh, I didn't notice. So,
I don't know what's going on.
So I just gotta beat her.
Yeah, just beat this alternative shadow version of yourself.
The wheel of fate is
I will.
She has actually shadowed
Rebel
Noelle.
one. Action.
Great.
Deploying field beam. Deploying field.
There's the right range I want.
Yeah, is it the it's the
It's-
low punch
yeah.
or something like that?
The more the intensity of the hit, the closer it gets to you.
Counter.
But I like to use the C attack, so sometimes I accidentally do it when I'm not trying to. Because
Yeah, that's fair.
like, all this time that we've been doing fighting games and I've been getting slightly better at these things, I still button mash for some of this.
Yeah, I understand. Oh god. I believe in you. I think you can do it. It's just a normal Noelle, by the way.
Yeah.
That being said, you're both combo-heavy characters, and she is the AI. So I don't know.
Yeah. there we
Hey,
go.
no, you got her.
Yeah, I just gotta remember that I have long range.
Yeah.
No one can destroy me.
That's not
Termination
true, you know
complete.
it, dude.
Not even I can beat me.
But Ragna can. You'd better show up.
Nation of
Noelle's confused. Like, I won, right? I beat the thing. Okay.
That was a pretty gruesome noise.
Ugh, yeah.
Did Noelle, like, split in half?
Maybe.
Oh, hey.
Aw.
Memories.
The sky is high and blue. Azure, azure, azure. The light is gentle and warm. This is a dream. The dream of someone far away. The dream of someone forgotten by time. Is she referring to herself, or is it just a dream version of New in
I don't
Ragna's
know.
brain?
That's a good question.
The wind that tosses my hair, and the smell of the flowers around me. It's all a dream.
Ragna?
Foosh.
Rouge.
It's really
Oh, now
Has
she's
he
gone
just
into
been
the normal.
standing here watching all this shit?
Yeah, he's like, oh god, there's the two girls with my sister's face. Ugh.
It's that, or this was all her dreaming in the cauldron, and while she was doing this, the cauldron was rising out, and she was
Oh, yeah,
like
she was
plopping
just
her down.
plopping
Yeah,
out.
like she was thinking about all this other shit, and then wakes up and he's like, "Oh, hey, it's you.
Hey, what up, Ragna?
I can speak. I can see Ragna. I think I'll finally be complete this time. I can finally touch him, feel him."
So you woke
That's
up.
your brother, probably. So you stop that.
That is not her brother.
I.
She's like an eldritch abomination.
Well, what the fuck is Ragna?
A vampire.
long time no see.
Those things can be related.
Which time was this?
It's the fourth.
Third.
Oh,
Third.
thank you.
Did you come to kill me again?
Not to kill. To destroy.
We're not allowed to say kill in front of the censors.
Maybe it's more like he has his own, ideas of justice, and he's like, I'm not coming to kill you.
Well,
I'm
he
coming
wants her to
destroy, which is different.
He wants her to stop respawning is the thing.
Yeah. He doesn't like the idea of saying he's killing this poor person.
Yeah.
They're both
No, I think it's
exactly
just
the
if he
same.
kills her, she can come
It
back.
really
If he
hurt
destroys
last
her, she
time
doesn't
when you
exist.
slashed me.
Oh, she's
Over
doing
and
this
over
again.
Yeah, she's just like, killing and destroying are the same, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, somebody's in a bad mood.
Is this the same dialogue we had gotten in
the time
Ragna's story?
No, this is actually different dialogue.
Okay.
In Ragna's story, she was the one who said it was the third.
Oh yeah, and he calls her stupid.
But today we're fine. See? I even have a
This
body
is
I can
very
talk with
similar,
this
though.
time.
The idea
It's similar, but it's not
yeah,
the
it's
same.
like the idea of like, it hurt when you killed me, but look at me now, I got legs.
Yeah.
I told you to shut up.
I like to imagine as she's talking about how she has a body, she's like doing like a little strut and like maybe
Yeah,
waving
yeah.
her arms.
Ragna, you're you're not
I mean,
happy?
sure, probably.
She's just like, look at
I
all
said
this.
shut up.
I got clothes, I got
Step
hair,
voice, don't you
I got
dare
one
talk
eye.
to
I'll
me
get
like
the other
that.
one next time.
No, this was from his dialogue where he's really unsettled by her looking like this.
Yeah, also Jean does
I'm here to
this.
destroy you, that's all.
Everyone just
Yeah.
hates her
There's
face.
nothing we need to talk about.
They really don't like that she looks this way.
Why are you so mad?
Which is weird because you'd think the eye patch and the different colored eye and everything else would like distract you from that.
I think so.
You're
And also
injured.
anime same
Who
face.
did that to you?
Like she could be a lot of people and you wouldn't really know.
It's got
Probably.
nothing to do with you.
Oh, and he's injured
make me
coming in
repeat
here.
myself.
So this is kind of the same as in his story mode.
Well,
when
every
he's-
story mode that he comes in here, he has to fight his way in.
Yeah, but like at least one of them, he got like eaten by Arakune and yanked out again.
There's not a single storyline where Ragna makes it down here without having to fight through like 8 people.
Well, yes, it's a fighting game.
I would love to see the ending where he literally walks here completely uninterrupted, fights no one at all, has a nice lunch first, gets in the elevator, goes down to the bottom, walks up to the cauldron, and then it opens.
Yeah, it's just like everyone was asleep today.
This was a very boring day.
And then all the way across the city, like Tager and Bang are having lunch.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah, Lychee's not there.
No, you can't do that. We finally got to meet again. And I finally get to talk to you.
He doesn't care, Nu.
I
Next
can
time,
hear
write a
your
note
voice,
so that when he
and
kills
I
you,
can
he finds it on
embrace
the
you with these
corpse.
hands.
Well, maybe that's what those red things are.
We've finally been reunited.
I don't know, maybe.
No, those
such
are
terrible
those are those things in Shinto where you like can put like a
Seals?
no Fuda.
Talismans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I mean they're not literally that, but
No,
that's
well,
pretty much
yeah,
what
sure,
those are.
whatever.
So I can't change your mind.
Is she gonna
huh?
turn into him like she does in his ending?
It's too late for me to ask for your forgiveness.
I don't think
You
so.
can hate me. Resist to your heart's content.
The
but no
idea
matter what
that
you
he
do,
could ask for forgiveness
I will
or
still
would
have to
want to
destroy you.
is kind of endearing.
Yeah.
I see. Then, how would you like it? Gentle?
No,
Or a
stop
bit
being
more
this
rough,
weird.
perhaps?
It is a little weird. Also, I think we've pointed it out, but it's strange that in the character portrait, she looks almost completely different than she does. Like, the eye patch is on the other side, too.
Well, I mean sprite flipping.
I know, but at the same time, it's like, she looks completely different than she does in the, like, the story mode stuff.
Do you hate
He's not even unlimited.
Yeah, but I can never beat Ragna.
I know, I'm just letting you know, he's not unlimited.
Yeah, it's just like when you play him, I can't beat him.
Yeah, alright.
No.
This is the AI.
Yeah, well, the AI decides it doesn't like me.
If you just hold off, he's doing damage to himself.
That's true, but I gotta dodge him.
I mean, that is true. I think most of his hits are going to do heal at this point. Okay, it's done. He's not hurting himself anymore. Remember when you bounce him like that, by the way, your super's not going to hit right after.
Oh, that was too far.
Yeah, and
Fuck.
it's more close than apparently you're used to.
Yeah, no, that one, it's not that tricky, but it's tricky enough.
New was just...
Third person.
Oh. I am kind of
Aw.
glad. Oh, I'm kind of glad that I'm getting the losing dialogue for both Jean and Ragna because that feels important.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care what Arakune has to say when he beats Nu because we all know what he's gonna say. He's just gonna eat her and just wiggle off and be happy.
Yeah.
But this is something that is kind of good. Ragna's sword pierces my stomach. It hurts. It's hot.
No,
I don't want to think about that line.
I really am sorry. Saya.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Saya. I don't know that person. I really don't, Ragna.
Not Noelle.
I don't know.
As far as we know.
I don't know. I don't...
I like how she's really upset that he won't just call her Nu.
I'm guessing Saya's the name of the actual sister.
Yeah, the one whose face keeps getting cloned or
Yeah,
whatever.
or whatever's going on there. It's
wait,
load. It's,
yeah.
There you go. And then it's Ragna down at the bottom, and then you can just skip through everything
Yeah.
until you hit the fight. I can mash the buttons super fast.
All right, go ahead. You could also try the fight.
So you
No, I'd rather not.
Okay.
I said
There's so much dialogue in this
Well,
one.
of course there is. This is important.
There you go.
Weird that it's not the true ending, though.
It is strange that the true ending isn't Ragna versus Jin. New versus Ragna. You'd think that it would be.
Yeah, but maybe this is like the true ending is always going to be what you don't expect, and then the normal ending is something that makes sense within the narrative.
That kind of makes sense, but that's not entirely true, because we've seen some true endings that totally make sense. Like, I think Jin's true ending had Ragna in it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've forgotten a lot of them. I remember the plots, I just don't remember who they were actually fighting and which ones were which.
Yeah, but what would actually make sense on a narrative level would be for... Fuck.
You hit him.
No, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, he's gonna
stay
kill
over
himself if you just give him space.
Here. Yeah, but what... the AI is really fucked up right now.
Oh man, he doesn't kill himself. You still gotta get the final.
There we go. But it makes sense for the way this game works that the most likely narrative is not what's supposed to happen. Because if so, like, then why does Rachel
Alright,
keep
fair
having
enough,
to go through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like if it's supposed to make sense, then
Do we get to see what happens on the other side of the cauldron? By the way,
I hope so.
Because I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, but yeah, like, the story doesn't make sense like a regular story, and if it did, then we wouldn't have the whole Rachel metaphor about plays and observing.
And you wouldn't get, like, 80 million endings, either.
Yeah, like just the thing that's least expected is going to be the thing that needs to happen, I guess?
Yeah.
I wrap my arms around Ragna. He's covered in blood. I can feel him breathing in my ear. It's warm. It feels good.
Don't say it that way.
You know she's thinking it like that.
He's gonna crush his destiny.
Oh, there we go. What's... bunch of light spam.
There's some blades in there. She's stabbing him.
It's very new. It's just
Yeah.
whatever it is that she does,
It is
she's
awfully
doing it.
new, honestly.
Yeah. My sword pierces both of us. Our blood mixes. It feels so good. How do you even feel that? It's like, oh, this blood isn't my blood.
Well, she's not human, that's for fucking sure.
Neither is he. So yeah,
exactly.
maybe it's like, oh, vampire blood, it tickles.
I don't know if he's actually he's supposed to be a vampire. We're almost positive, but like,
Pretty sure.
I don't think being a vampire is like indicative to his blood feeling good in this situation.
Yeah, no, I think it's just new being weird.
Yeah.
Blood pours out of our wounds, and I feel us beginning to fuse together.
And then she pulls the sword out and tells him to stand there and start the dance.
Wait, what?
Fusion dance.
Oh,
And she walks to
okay.
the other end of the room and he's bleeding out and he's like, fusion.
The way you said it at first seemed like it must be a reference to something creepier.
No, I was talking about the fusion dance.
Yeah, but you're like, you pull out the sword and tell him to start the dance, and I'm like, God, is this some Cthulhu shit? Because I don't read that.
No.
Because it's the kind of thing you would know.
The stabbed dance. You can't be stabbed without doing the dance.
I guess that's true now. We gotta implement that rule.
Together.
Oh shit. They didn't fall into the cauldron.
I guess not yet. I hold on to Ragna and fall backwards into the cauldron, into a warm, eternal world of azure.
You bitch!
Oh, shit.
Oh god, is this the ending where he
Rude.
follows us?
God. Someone, who the fuck knows who, runs towards us,
We
but they're
killed him
too
already.
late.
He's dead.
Yeah, but it wasn't a distortion
He
finish,
was
so
vanished.
he survived the
We're
death.
falling,
I don't know.
melting.
That's the only thing that
I
changed.
guess.
Ragna,
We just didn't kill him hard
together.
enough.
forever and ever.
Complete annihilation of the 13th hierarchical city Kagutsuchi confirmed.
Huh.
Phase number 724
This is
completed
this is
successfully.
just... That's a success?
Yeah?
So in the opening, which was a million years ago, they were like doing computer shit, and it was a bunch of people who didn't matter. So I guess this is going back to successful though.
System
This is
operating within normal
supposed to
limits,
happen.
transmitting all data to Tamagahara. The system will now proceed.
is that
to
the
phase
next
number
city?
725.
I think this is actually something that we've gotten before, and I don't remember when.
So
I swear to God, we've seen this before.
I don't remember. Well, we'll find that truth. Are we just gonna watch that now?
No, we're good. That's it for this week.
Not gonna do the true end.
That wasn't
This-
true end.
No, the thing down there.
Oh no. That'll be next week.
Is that going to like? Is there fights in
Yeah.
that? Okay.
It's another story mode.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
like I assumed it was going to be a cutscene.
Even if it
Just a
isn't,
really
we'll
long
do a
cutscene.
big thing for it.
Okay.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. Josh took controller one.
Yep. So we're gonna go back, and as per usual, we're gonna do the verses, and we're gonna talk about that ending as well. I think. What do you think of new?
I think the same thing I've thought is that this game is confusing, but it makes me want to understand it. It's the good kind of confusing. Like I think it's something that we've acknowledged is that this game is incredibly anime.
Yeah. It's there you go.
There we go. But like this game seems to be kind of just riffing off other anime in a lot of its concepts. It just seems like a
kind
love letter
of.
to its own medium.
Kind
So the weird pretension and confusion seems to be like self-indulgent, and I do like that.
The tag for this was "He who hurts another hurts himself." By the way.
Oh well, that explains Ragna. That's basically his gimmick.
I like that you picked the one that's like weirdly neon and cyberpunk.
I like this one.
That one's good. I'm not telling you.
I mean, I usually just sort of use the basic button for selecting things, and it always comes out as like the Shadow the Hedgehog stuff, and with hers it just is pink instead of red, and I like it. Also, I like that we've decided to do this was kind of the brain fart. I gotta concentrate. Like when we did Ragna's story mode and his arcade mode, actually. Like I
Yeah.
think this is how it ended, and you were just so mad at New because she's so hard in arcade mode.
Oh yeah, no, she's super hard in arcade mode. But turtling was how I beat her in arcade
Yeah.
mode.
Well, how are you gonna beat her now?
Well, she's being controlled by you, so
It sounds
shouldn't
like a
be as
bird.
hard.
Fuck.
It was a burn. It was a burn that had yet to burn. Oh god.
Yeah. Fuck. Nice.
Oop, okay. Okay. Alright, we gotta fight. We gotta fight. Oh.
Fuck.
There we go.
Okay, we're tied. You were hoping for a tie, I'm assuming, so that you could do an astral finish
that
like
was-
a boss.
No, that was actually an accident.
Okay.
But that's fine. I didn't mean to. I never throw the first. That's not a thing.
That's never happened?
No,
Okay.
I don't think I've
so I
ever done
actually
that.
win
Yeah,
sometimes.
you win all the time.
I mean, I'm not good at fighting games.
You're a lot better than I am sometimes.
I don't think that's true. Yeah.
Oof. I am not doing good so far. I need to be careful.
No. You have a vital thing that I still have yet to master, and that's remembering to guard.
Yeah. Except some would argue that I do that a bit too much, to be honest. I guard a lot more than I probably should.
Mm. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna pretend to be new for a
Oh
while.
fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. No. Ah.
Systems activate. Opening rift.
Oh, shit. No. That was such a cheap way to die.
Yeah. Do you want to do one as an unlimited?
No. I think we'll save that for next time.
Okay.
What are your final thoughts?
That if I had two brothers and they were these two, I would ignore Jean a lot, but I would not try to do whatever New's doing.
All right. My final thoughts are that New continues to be confusing, and I'm excited to hit that true end and see if we can actually find out more about this game.
I don't think we're gonna make sense of any of it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Now it's time to stand again on stage to revive, you see. Her reincarnation, her installation. Now it's time to stand again on the dirty ground, you see. Her reincarnation, her installation. The flying soul in the quiet sky is to the voices and the sting in the icy down. Put up your body right now, girl, you are machine. Put up your body right now, girl, you are machine. She woke up from a long sleep. What do the odds without that sea? Tell me now, she came back from the holding deep. What do the odds without that sea? My scrubby projects their solar. My radar catches counters enemies die. Do not doubt in my daughter. Do not rebel, my daughter. You are nothing but program fighting on the beacon. Cannot feel the sharpest pain. Cannot dim smallest gain. Till approaching time when the chamber will be broken. She woke up from the long sleep, whose voice does not hear. Tell me now, she came back from the holding deep, throwing away the memory of my scrubby projects their solar. My radar catches counters enemies die. You don't need the pain of words. You don't need to get so bored. You don't need reason why you're doing such a You can't get trivial pleasure. You can't get foolish treasure any longer. Can't go back on time. Let it go, she doesn't grieve the transient fate. Love and hate, desire made up her imitation.